All right, today I'll be discussing, does the body tell the brain when it's in pain? All right, what actually is pain? Where does pain really come from? Do we have pain receptors or is it something else? The International Association Study of Pain has given us words to define it, and it's an unpleasant sensory and motor experience associated with actual or potential tissue damage or described in terms of such damage. What does that really mean? Read the definition. What does it mean to you? Here's the answer. No, the body does not tell the brain when it's in pain. In fact, you do not have pain receptors in the brain. Pain is really complex and it is multidimensional. And it is much more complex than what we think. There are several places in the brain that work together that create pain. So when your body is sending it signals it's something that is happening to it, your brain decides whether or not to make it pain or whether or not you need to do something else. Pain is your brain's alarm system, and it processes that input, and we call it the pain neuromatrix. What's a part of the pain neuromatrix? Well, there are several things that are a part of the neuromatrix, and this is how the brain does process the pain. So when you do have an injury, your brain has to decide whether or not you're in pain. And each part of the brain processes different types of input from the body and decides what to do with this signal. And as you can see, there are several parts of the brain that have to work together in order to do that. So what we have, everything we feel, emotionally, sensory, we take the time and then the brain puts it together and decides whether or not you're experiencing pain. So your thoughts, your emotions, your sensory, they all go into your brain. The brain will have a pattern for that, and it's called a nociceptive pattern. And that pattern will produce pain or stress or emotion that will tie into that pain. And everyone has a different pattern of pain in their brain. So then when we pull a muscle, it's only one part of the pain cycle. The tissue is not the only thing that causes the pain. How we feel, what kind of stress we are in, whether or not we are conditioned to think about pain, whether or not we're sleeping enough. All of this will go into our brain, and our brain will decide what it is that it needs to create as a sense of pain. So it's very hard to make sense of what's happening to your body, so your brain does the job for you. And here are the references I have for that. Are there any questions?